Hi, friends. Welcome to your movement practice. There's a saying that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. So, when you really think about what that means, there's an opportunity to develop a deep reverence for the body that is a vehicle for the spirit. So, in practice today, you may need 2 blocks or books or whatever you have to support your practice. And we'll start in this seat with your right leg crossed in front. You're crossing at the shin bones, and your sit bones are right underneath you. Once you've found your seat, feel your physical body land. You know what that feels like, where your bones are. You feel your bones in your body, you feel the structure of your body, and you feel the muscles relaxed around you. And begin to move from side to side, just side to side, from right to left. And we'll add in to move forward and back. And this movement can be in whatever degree that feels best for your body right now, but just some gentle, subtle movement from side to side, and then forward and back. And we'll connect this by taking a full circle. So as you move from side to side, you'll move forward and back, going in one direction. And reverse, go in the opposite direction. Take your body back around the other way. Come back to the center of your seat and take your right hand out to the side. Left arm comes up and over your ear. And feel your ribs move over to the right side so that you have some nice open space on the left side of your body. Take your left hand behind your head and we'll come into an open twist as you lift the elbow towards the sky. And then exhale, elbow to your right knee. Maybe you can come all the way down, but you're just twisting towards the right. And then inhale. Left elbow up. We'll do this 2 more times. Exhale, elbow to knee or toward your knee. And then inhale, open. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to open. Release your left hand away from the head and take the hand behind the back. Lower your right ear to your right shoulder. And in all this open space of the neck, can you relax? Allow the head to hang heavy. Slowly unwind your left arm as you sweep it back over your head. And you're going to take your hands and cup them underneath your right knee. Use this to lengthen really long through your spine. On your exhale, fold into your right knee. If it feels more comfortable to let your hands be on the ground, you can do that as well. Relax your head towards your thigh. Press down and into your left sit bone for 1 more breath. Push your hands to the ground and let the weight of your body be in your hands. Slowly press yourself back up to a seat right in the center. Switch the cross of your legs. Bring your left leg in front. You'll bring your left arm out to the side, and your right arm sweeps up and over your ear. Take your right hand behind your head and start with this open twist. On your exhale, right elbow to your left knee as you round and twist to the left. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbow to knee. 1 more time, inhale, open, big, wide, and expand through the chest. Exhale, elbow to knee. Come back to the center. Take your right hand away from the head and bend the elbow, slide the hand behind your back. Lower your left ear to your left shoulder for this neck release. One more deep breath in, Fully allow your head to soften towards your ear. And to unwind, take the right hand from behind the back. Lift the right arm up and then come across to grab onto your left knee. You'll take both hands towards the knee. On your exhale, fold towards your thigh. Relax your head and neck down. If it feels better to have your hands on the ground for support, you can do that as well. Wherever you are, place your hands on the ground and give your physical weight to your hands. Then press into your hands and slowly come back upright. Unwind your legs, bring them out in front and just shake them out. You can give yourself a little massage as well. We'll come to tabletop. Bring your knees underneath your body with your palms underneath your shoulders. And we'll feel that circular motion here in tabletop. So you'll begin to move forward into the hands, back towards the heels and the feet. And imagine you can move as one continuous line without stopping or breaking that line. You can add in some other movement, maybe figure 8. If you want to get really like a dance in a way with the body, this physical body that we are nurturing today. Find that sweet sacredness of your breath, the life force that supports the body. And then reverse your circle wherever you were. Reverse that. The movement can look and even feel different when you reverse the circle. And think of this as an unlimited, unbound way to move. There's no right or wrong way to move. Let's get into the body here in tabletop. Come back to the center and flip your palms so that your fingertips face the knees. Let's get into the wrist. And you're slowly going to lift one hand at a time. Press the palm down. If palm doesn't go all the way down, that's okay. You're still getting a nice stretch through the fingers. And turn your palms back to the center. And reset your tabletop. Take your right knee out to the side and start to make these really big hip circles. And then reverse, go the opposite direction. Come back to the center, bring the right knee out to the side. Extend your right leg all the way out to the side and plant your foot down out to the side where your hip and your ankle are in one line. Inhale to kind of pull your chest forward toward the top of the mat. Relax the ribs down for cow pose. Exhale, cat. Press into your hands and round your back. Stay with your rounded spine and pick up the right leg to sweep it behind you. Left arm reaches forward. Balancing tabletop. Now, the effort and your relationship to the ground has changed. So use your breath to manage all of these sensations and feelings in the body. Slowly lower your hand and your knee back down to the ground. Take your right leg and now hook it behind your left leg so that we're in this cross leg shape on the back of the body. And you're just feeling here. You're just feeling for what this sensation is. Try to melt the thighs together behind you. We're just here for one more breath. And unwind, come back to your tabletop. Reset, wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Start to move forward and back, forward and back. And come back to the center. We will switch sides. So your left knee comes out to the side. Start to make those really big circles in one direction. And then reverse, go the opposite direction. Come back to the center and stretch your left leg out to the side where your hip and your ankle is in one line. Press into your palms as you start to move your chest forward, relax the ribs down, arch the back. Exhale, press into your hands, round your spine, cat pose. Stay with your rounded spine, pick up your left leg and sweep it back. Right arm reaches forward for a balancing tabletop. So we're moving against gravity. As I said, the relationship of your body to the ground has changed. So feel that lift. Feel the lift of your bones, the lift of your muscles away from the ground. And then return everything back to the ground and sigh it out. Cross your left thigh behind your right thigh. Again, this is just for observation. This is just for trying to get the thighs to melt closer together as one. If you're moving or just feeling for the shape, take your time. And then unwind, come back to your tabletop. Downward facing dog, walk your hands one palm distance ahead of your shoulders. Shift your shoulders over your wrist, curl the toes underneath, and lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Feel your hips, your outer hips move up and back. Relax and soften your head down in between your arms. Walk your hands to your feet at the back of your mat. Take your hands on your shins, come up halfway through the spine. Lift and lengthen from the chest to the back of the heart. Exhale, fold into your legs. Inhale, rise to stand, arms will reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Sun salutation from the back of the mat. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold. Place your hands on your shins. Inhale, come up halfway through the spine. Bend your knees as you plant your hands to the ground. You'll come forward to a high plank position, shoulders over wrist, and lower your knees down. Child's pose, send your hips back, arms extend and stay where they are. Plant the palms into the ground. With your palms planted here on the ground, shift your body forward again and lower your chest all the way down to the ground. Low cobra with hands by your rib cage. Lift the chest. Press down through the tops of the feet to support your spine. Exhale, lower the chest. Downward facing dog. Take your time in getting to down dog. I like to curl the toes underneath. Press to my knees first. And with that stability, then lift my hips up and away from the ground. As you change, or as we change the relationship of our body to the ground, these are things that will help support you as we try to move in this one continuous line, this physical body as a vehicle of the spirit. Walk your hands to your feet at the back of your mat. Inhale, hands on the shins, come up halfway through the spine. Exhale, fold into your legs. Inhale, rise, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the hands on your shins, come up halfway through the spine. Plant your palms to the ground, make your way to that high plank pose, and you'll lower the knees down to the ground. Come to child's pose as you shift back, but keep your arms and your palms where they are. Arms are fully extended and they lift away from the ground. Relax your head down. Use the strength of your arms to pull yourself forward and down onto the belly. Low cobra, press down through the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift the chest. Your elbows are still bent in low cobra, and that will help you draw the shoulders up and back and down and away from the ears. Lower your chest and down to the ground. Come to your downward facing dog and move in a way that is sacred. Move in a way that you are caring for the physical body that is the vehicle for the spirit. Like, how would you move? How would you move and handle your spirit with deep reverence and care through this practice? Walk your hands to your feet, the back of your mat. Inhale, bring your hands on your shins, come up halfway. Exhale, fold into your legs. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Let's step to the top of the mat. And this is where you may want to use your blocks. You'll bring them on the highest height in front of you. Your feet are hip width distance apart. Inhale, the arms reach up, stretch along through the body. And then exhale, bend your knees as you fold. Place your hands on your blocks. Your left knee will bend, where your right hip will move back. And you'll just notice, because the body in essence is one continuous line, even if, we're moving the right hip, everything else starts to shift. So with this one shift of your right hip, and as you bend your knee, bring the right arm up into this open twist. Try to stack the shoulders and the arms in one line and keep wrapping this outer right hip towards the back of the mat and equally press through both feet. Even though your left knee is bent, equally press through both feet. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower back down to the ground on both blocks. Bend your right knee and we'll do the same thing. Actively wrap your outer left hip behind you. And as you slowly take this turn, the rest of your body will move with you as you bring your left arm up. Equally press through both feet. Notice where your head is in relation to the body. Lift the head in line with the rest of the spine. One more deep breath in. Exhale, slowly unwind and come back to your fold. Move your blocks a little bit further out to the side, and you'll just step your left foot back. Left foot steps back, and you can have your hands on your blocks here. With your back leg, lift the thigh away from the ground and reach out through the back heel. Cat-cow pose. Inhale, scoop your heart forward. On your exhale, round your back and straighten your right leg. Bend the right knee back over the ankle. Inhale, cow pose. Relax the ribs, arch the back. Exhale, cat. Straighten the right leg and round your back and really press into the ground. If you don't have blocks, it's going to look like this. You're on your fingertips. And as we come back to our cow pose, you just arch the spine forward. And then as you straighten the leg, you round, use your fingertips to round through the back. One more round. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Come back to your lunge, lower the back knee down. Easy twist, left hand down, right arm up to the sky. Exhale, place your right hand down and straighten your right leg. We're gonna get a little bit more intimate with our stretch here. And if you are shifting back past the knee, come forward so that the hip is over the knee. And if you want more stretch, just lift the toes and then unfurl the spine. So you lengthen your spine towards the toes to get more of that opening in the back leg. Take one more deep breath in. Slowly bend your right knee. Come back to your lunge, downward facing dog. Plant your palms and step your right foot back to downward facing dog. Shift to your high plank pose. Lower the knees and come all the way down to the ground. Low cobra. Pick up the chest. Maybe you want to straighten the arms a little bit more, but keep the elbows bent to support your body here in your back bend. And then slowly exhale, lower down to the ground. We'll come back to downward facing dog with a big breath out. Step your left foot forward and grab your blocks or fingertips to the ground. Cat-cow pose with our leg movement. So before we start, really inch your right leg back. Stack the left knee over the ankle. Then press into your blocks or the mat and scoop your heart forward. On your exhale, slowly straighten the left leg to round the back. 2 more rounds. Inhale, cow pose. Settle the knee over the ankle. And then exhale, cat. Straighten the leg and round. Inhale, come forward, knee over ankle. And exhale, round the back. Come back to your lunge, lower the back knee down. You can move your blocks out of the way. Right hand down, left arm up, spinal twist. Exhale, slowly bring the left hand down. Straighten your left leg. We're gonna milk this stretch here for a moment. Spiritual being having a human experience. When you think about what that means, you begin to take better care of your physical body that is the vehicle of the spirit. You begin to treat your bones and your muscles differently. Slowly come back to your lunge. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Walk your hands to your feet at the back of your mat. Inhale, come up halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold into your legs. Inhale, rise to stand, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. So come somewhere in the middle of your mat or your space. Tree pose. For a tree pose, it is a balancing pose. You're probably familiar with it, and I'll turn towards the camera so that you can see some of the actions. You'll shift your body weight. So as you feel your feet on the ground, just shift some of the weight into your left side. Like the left hip shifts, and you'll notice that everything else kind of, moves with you. So just feel that, you can think of like this, just a dance or relationship with this movement, and just notice and connect, like contemplate to just with the subtle shift, how everything else kind of moves with you. It doesn't stay on the right side, it moves with you. So shift the weight into your left leg. Pick up the right knee, and like you're opening a door, turn the right knee out to the side. Point your toes, and your foot will come somewhere above or below your knee. And I could also be more specific that your heel, the heel of your foot, comes above or below the knee. What we want to avoid is the heel on the actual knee. So just be mindful of that you're not pressing the heel into the knee. Hands can be at your heart. And press into your left leg even more to stand tall in your tree pose. Your roots are your feet right now, and your trunk, the trunk of the tree, is the leg, and then your branches are your spine as you extend out and up through the crown of the head. To release, bring the right knee back to the center and step the right foot down. And then take that recalibration. Just move from side to side for a moment and contemplate like this movement. Be in complete observation of how the bones shift through the body. And then shift and settle into the right leg. Lift the left knee. Turn the knee out and then point your toes and find your tree pose on this side. Have the heel above or below the knee. With your hands at your heart, feel the roots extend down through the foot as you reach up to the trunk of the leg. And your branch of the spine lifts and lengthens to the crown of the head. Take a deep full breath in. And to release, pull the left knee in, and then find that recalibration, find that shift as you move forward and back, even side to side. And turn to face the top of your mat. We'll move through a sun salutation to kind of flush everything out. So inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold. Place your hands on your shins and really lengthen here from the back of the neck to the crown of the head. Exhale, plant your hands to the ground, step back to high plank pose. Lower all the way down to the ground for your cobra. Anchor down through the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift the chest. Hug the elbows in and scoop your heart and ribs forward. Exhale, lower the chest down. We'll meet in child's pose. Curl the toes underneath. Press yourself up and settle into your child's pose. The body as a vehicle for the spirit. As you relax your head and your chest down, just start to think more about your physical body as a vehicle for the spirit. Walk your hands out and pull yourself forward and down onto the ground. Cross your left arm in front of you so that you are like propped up. And then your right arm is going to extend out from the shoulder to the wrist, and you'll lower your chest down so that we're coming into the shoulder and chest stretch. Your left hand will come now to the side of your body, and you will roll onto your right side. You're just going to roll all the way onto the right side. And here you can bring a block underneath the head or relax the head on the ground. You'll find this position where you're on your right side body with the arm extended out. You can add on by lifting the left leg, bend the knee, and place the foot behind the body. This is going to add a little bit more of the stretch. This is optional. And then slowly come back to your center. And reset as you pull the right knee, your right arm underneath you. And we'll find Sphinx pose. Bring your palms out in front, elbows underneath you. Point the feet all the way back, lift up to the chest. To switch sides, your left arm will cross in front of you. Your right arm will cross in front. Your left arm will extend out to the side. So you're propping yourself up so you can ease your way into it. As you lower the chest down, the left arm extends out longer. Right palm comes right by the chest, and you slowly start to move over to your left side. Your head at that point can relax on a block or the ground. If you want a little bit more of that chest stretch, then bring the right leg up, bend the knee, and place the foot behind you. to unwind, you'll slowly come back to the center of your chest. Find your Sphinx pose again and reset your spine and your hips and your body. You'll roll over onto your back. Even in this shift and transition of moving to your back, it's like you're moving with intention, just more intention as you feel into the physical body, handling it with care. When you're on your back, have your knees bent with your feet flat on the ground. Pelvic tilts. The front of your pelvis is going to shift forward, and that will cause your lower back to lift. And then you'll reverse. You'll lift the pelvis back towards the ribs and try to keep your butt soft. Try not to squeeze the muscles, but you're rocking back into the spine to smooth out the lower back. We'll do that a few more times. Rock forward and then back. Rock forward and then back. Do that a few more times. Take your feet wider. Take your feet all the way out to the edges of the mat. The knees are still bent. Arms will relax to the side, and you'll start to windshield wiper the knees from side to side. So move to the right and then the left. When you get back to the right side, pause there. Your arms can come alongside your ears, or you can wrap the arms over the head. And you'll breathe in so that you can balloon open the left side of your lungs, right? Just to left this space that's open. You'll breathe in to fill up this space, fill up the pocket of the lung on this side. And then exhale, soften the tissues around this area. Do that a few more times. Focus on lifting up into this space, like as if your breath could get into the crevices and the side body and all of this area here in between the ribs. And then relax the tissues in and down into the bones. Bring the knees slightly back to the center. And then over to the other side. Again, move intentionally. Feel the legs shift in the body as you bring them over to the left. Arms can be alongside your ears or over your head, wherever feels more comfortable. Shift the focus to your right side body as you breathe in. Filling up the pocket of the rib cage, the side of the hip, like everything on this right side. Start to fill it up with your breath. And then exhale, soften all the tissues. Keep breathing like that for a few more rounds. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. When you really think about what that means, you move differently. What you allow in your space, who you allow in your space. All those things, you're more aware to protect the essence of the spirit. The body is like a sponge. We are taking in from our environment the things that we hear, see, feel, smell. Our senses are always alert and high and on. And we're taking in these things from the physical body that the spirit receives. As you slowly bring the knees back to center, how you move your body becomes different. How you move your bones, how you take care of the muscles. We're going to come back to this windshield wiper of the legs. So just gently move from side to side. And then you'll keep moving the side to side, but start to straighten your legs a little bit more each time. And eventually your legs will come to straight, but you'll keep this tick-tock of the legs to move them side to side. Eventually your body will feel rested to relax the legs, to relax the hips and the arms into our final resting pose. We'll end this practice with a breath technique called 3-part breath. You can place one hand over the heart and over the belly or wherever feels comfortable for you. And once you make that connection, take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. You'll do that again. Deep breath into the nose and out of the mouth. Three-part breath. Slowly breathe into your nose to fill up your chest, your ribs, and then your lower belly. Slowly exhale, relax the belly, the ribs, and the chest. Keep moving in this rhythm, breathing into the chest, the ribs, and the belly. Relax the belly, ribs, and your chest. The breath that you are breathing in is called life force. It contains life energy. And when you breathe in, you're literally feeling the life move through you. That is in turn nourishing your muscles, your bones, and the spirit within. When you remember that you are a spiritual being having a human experience, you breathe differently. You're more intentional about pulling the life force in to revitalize and to nourish you. How you treat your bones, how you treat your muscles, how you move is different. Because you have a deep respect for this body that is the vehicle for the spirit. You treat your organs differently. What is inside of the body. Everything that you do becomes sacred when you remember that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. And it is the body that is the vehicle of the spirit. So release your breath practice and start to relax every muscle and bone in the body. Feel the organs settle in and down into their space. Release control and effort of your breath as you let the body breathe you. Feel yourself become lighter and lighter and lighter. I welcome you and invite you to stay in this resting position for as long as you can. Wherever you are with your breath, just exhale, empty it out. Take a deep, nourishing breath into body, into mind, into spirit. Exhale to let it go. All right, my friends, thank you so much for sharing your time and trusting my guidance today in this practice. From my heart to yours, be well and take care.